Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. So happy to have you here with me today. Now today's reading is a mid-monthly reading for July 2018. For the reading, I'll be using the Gilded Tarot deck by Sarah Marchetti and the Sacred Traveler Oracle cards by Denise Linn. Those will be for the career and finance portion of the reading. And for the love and relationships part of our reading, we'll use the Chrysalis Tarot by Holly Sierra and the Whispers of Love Oracle cards, and those are by Angela Hartfield. As I usually remind you at the beginning of these videos, these are general readings, so the messages may or may not resonate with you. The only way to get a truly personalized reading will be to order a private reading from me. If you're interested, you can take a look at the description box below. I've posted all of the ways that you can order a reading from me either by using the INSTANTGO app for quick, sort of yes/no answers. You can also email me or take a look at my site. So do check out that information if you're interested. I also suggest that you watch not just your sun sign video, but also your rising sign and your moon sign. Sometimes, the messages in one will resonate more that particular month than the other, or maybe all three will resonate and will help to provide you with a more complete overview of what's happening during that time period. Another quick reminder, we will have another full moon giveaway at the end of this month, so be looking out for that. I usually post the full moon spread video followed by the full moon giveaway video around the time of the full moon, and this month it's happening on the 27th. It's going to be the full moon in Aquarius, which is the full thunder moon, blood moon. So be watching out for that if you're interested in participating in the giveaway. What you stand to win is a free one-question reading with me. So watch out for that closer to the end of the month. So I will stop for now and see each of the signs in 1 second for the shuffle. Hi Sagittarius, hope you're doing well. I'm here to get into your mid-monthly reading for July 2018. As you can see, I have already shuffled off camera and have laid the spreads here to save a little bit of time. So let's get started. We'll begin with your career and finance part of the reading. Now don't get worried about the first two cards, because I think that by the end of the month things are working out for you, but I'll give that disclaimer first, or that warning. So we start off with the Five of Swords, followed by the Seven of Swords, and the outbound energy, the Page of Swords. And the card from the bottom of the deck, the overall energy for the last 2 weeks, Major Arcana, number 11, Justice. Okay. And from the Sacred Traveler deck, you have Gates of Triumph. Success expands in your life. And you actually have a repeater card. The Justice card appears in this spread, and it also appears in your love and relationship. So, repeating message of the Justice card. Okay, so, to sort of summarize the reading, I would say that with first of all, you have 3 Swords cards. So, lots of mental energy, thinking, lots of cerebral energy surrounding you. And the Suit of Swords is air energy, and it deals with our thoughts. It's the suit of the mind, right? The intellect. It's where we come up with our ideas. It's the suit of setting intentions. And, you do have, like I was saying, not such great cards here to begin with this Five of Swords and Seven of Swords. So, the Five of Swords usually speaks of somebody, winning a battle here, being victorious, but it's also, this deck doesn't show it like some decks do, right? I mean, we have, yes, you see you can see some people crouched down in the background, and he is, the victor here. But it's about winning, but at what cost? He's the victor, but who did he have to harm in order to win that battle? So was it really worth it? And there's this kind of, debating, this mental debate as to, was this cost of winning whatever this battle was really worth it? Because he obviously, hurt people in the process. And with any war, there is no battle without some type of cost, So whenever you go into battle, there's always going to be some type of, you're hurting somebody, there's some type of cost here. So if there was, if this is somebody who maybe, you were dealing with a person and they treated you in this manner, they did something, it's very underhanded, they might have come out ahead in the workplace, but they did so by, by acting sneaky. They, maybe this is, if you're a salesperson, it's like they managed to get the, top sales for that month, but they did it by stealing your clients or, calling your clients behind your back. So yeah, they might have gained the, or received the boss's praise, but, who did they hurt in the process? So it's that type of energy. Followed by the Seven of Swords, which is also, this is commonly referred to as the thief card, because you can see that let me hold it up again. He is walking out, he's left these two swords, and, these two swords, he obviously couldn't carry them. I mean, he has his arms full here, and he's rushing out and trying to steal away with these swords, not really thinking about, the two swords that are left there. I mean, somebody else could come along, pick them up, and go running after him and stab him in the back. So, it's like he's getting away, he's stealing away with what this is. He's not able to take, all of the swords with him, but it's kind of like he's doing it without really considering, what his actions are going to cause. It doesn't look like he has much of a plan. He didn't plan well enough because he couldn't even carry all of the swords. He's only able to take 5 of them here, and he's left the 2 behind. So again, with this 5, he has the 5 swords. He has the 5 swords, but there are these 2 swords still left there. And the 2 of Swords, if we think about what the 2 of Swords has to do with, it's about, a stalemate. It's about needing to make a decision, but not having the clarity, or not knowing, how to make a decision, or what the best answer is, or not being willing to see a situation for what it is. So, this 7 of Swords character is, kind of an illogical person. He's acting without really thinking about, what the consequences are. This could be, you might be faced with some type of dilemma, situation. You're trying to figure out how to solve it here. So there's a need to, maybe come up with a better plan without just, doing like this man here and not thinking things through properly. So there might be a need to think things through. And then with this Page of Swords coming in, could be an actual person. When we have court cards appear in a reading, they might be people who are playing a significant role during this time period. And if it is, this would typically be a younger air sign individual, male or female, but Aquarius, Pisces, Gemini, and, could even be a child of yours, could be, it's very young, immature energy. So it could be, just lost my train of thought. Like a teenager, somebody in their early 20s. But this person, is all about using their intellect. Again, it's the Suit of Swords here. And usually pages, if this isn't a person playing a significant role, coming in to give you some type of, clarity, or bring you clarity on a situation. Pages, I view them more as messengers. They bring in news of something. They bring in messages about something. So this could be, this could be you receiving news about, this could be a new situation, a message, related to this problem. If you have been dealing with a problem, or, at work, or, a problem within because we're looking at career, finances, so anything that sort of involves that, maybe you have been facing a problem. With it being swords, I mean, for some of you, a small number, that could have to do with, some type of surgery, maybe the financial burden of a surgery, either for yourself or a child of yours. Maybe this is, it's been weighing heavily on you, and you've been trying to figure out, how to handle that. I mean, obviously, it's not going to resonate with everybody. It's a very specific message coming through here, but it could be for some of you. And then, there's this kind of breakthrough with this message, that's going to bring some type of solution to a problem. And we do have the Justice card, as the overall energy, and as the major arcana, this card takes more, it has more weight than the pith cards in the reading. And so it's, significant energy. And this is a very karmic card. It's a card that speaks of, if something or if somebody has wronged you in the past, it's now the scale of justice is sort of going in your favor. It's being weighted in your favor now. Things are going your way. You're gaining that truth. You're gaining that, the clarity that you've been looking for. There's justice. This could be dealing actually with the justice system, dealing with the court system. If so, then, this would typically be things going your way, the legal proceedings going your way. Going back here, I mean, if somebody has cheated you out of something, if somebody has acted unfairly, they thought that they were getting away with something, maybe this has to do with your finances, they in some way duped you, and managed to get away with money or something, then this is karmic justice at play. That, karmic justice coming in and righting the situation. So that person might definitely, get what's coming. So, and it's all about, the Justice card is also about cause and effect, and how, the choices, your choices today, how they affect tomorrow and, your future. And it's also about being responsible, taking responsibility for your choices, for your actions. It's also a card of balance, right? Of needing to sort of have that balanced approach. We think about the scale of justice needing to be balanced. So taking a more balanced approach to something, to these choices that you are making here. But I do feel that, for many of you, I think it could be more to do with either, legal, suing somebody, getting, or things going in your favor, this other person who might have acted sneaky in the past, kind of getting what they deserve. And then, news, if this is a problem that you've been dealing with, messages coming in more towards the end of the month that are going to help solve this problem, give you the information that you need to resolve it. And things, things being right, and things going in your favor here. Let's take a look at your Sacred Traveler card. Let me find my guidebook. This is Gates to Triumph, and this card says, the gates of triumph are waiting to open deep and wide for you. Inner and outer success is coming your way. Thriving is a state of mind. Accept that you can reach any goal you desire, and even more victories will expand in your life. The more you feel it, the more love, prosperity, fame, and fortune will pour into your life. The Sacred Traveler wants you to know. Arriving in a foreign hamlet, wreaths of flowers are placed around the Sacred Traveler's shoulders. The townspeople celebrate and honor the traveler. The village elders know the challenges faced and overcome and are welcoming with open arms. If a situation knocks you over, get up and brush yourself off and discover what you learned. You aren't a failure if you fall down, only if you stay down. So keep going and believe in yourself. This is what true success is. Acknowledge your accomplishments in life. They are more than you imagine. Victory, good fortune, and triumph are at hand. And that's interesting because when I was shuffling, the card that was, I think, below, I have my deck here. The card that was below the third card, the Page of Swords, is the Six of Wands. And this, this talking about the man arriving in the hamlet and the wreath of victory, that's exactly what is on this card. And it was funny when I laid the spread, I was led to pull this card as well. But then I thought, well, no, because I'm not clarifying. I mean, the messages made sense to me when I saw the Page of Swords, and the messages immediately started coming through. So I didn't. But this, I guess I should have listened to the guides, right? And I should have pulled it because it really goes along with this Gates of Triumph. So you know what? I'm going to set that right there. So definitely, whatever this is, even though it's not pleasant, and it's never pleasant to have to go through, a situation like this where somebody is, actively doing something to go to hurt you or to, get one over on you. You have victory here, and there's going to be a message. There's going to be something that's going to bring you, the clarity that you need. Things are going to be righted here. You're going to be victorious. So, they can do what they want, but they can't keep you down, right? You will definitely come out ahead here. All right, that was funny. I love it when things like that happen. It's like, okay, I should have just listened in the first place. All right, let's keep going. So, love and relationships. 10 of Spirals is your first card. This would be the 10 of Wands in the traditional tarot. And as I go through these cards, because a lot of the cards, like the meanings are a little bit different in this deck, I'll give you, the general meaning for the card, and then I'll also talk a bit about this specific deck. So 10 of Wands, followed by the King of Mirrors. This is the King of Cups, and he's called the Sojourner, which is, the traveler. So again, this, speaks of travel again. And the Justice card, which is the repeater. So we have, in this particular deck, it's Maat, and it's the Justice card. And the card from the bottom of the deck, another major arcana, you have the Lovers. And your Whispers of Love card that came out is Love Endures. Love does not give up or lose faith. Love is hopeful and withstands every situation. Okay, so beginning here with the 10 of Spirals. So the 10 of Wands. 10s in the tarot speak of endings, right? But obviously, it's an ending, a necessary ending, in order to bring about a new beginning. Because after the 10 of Spirals, we would go back full circle back to the Ace, right? So new beginnings. And, with the Suit of Wands, I know we didn't have it up here. You had all sorts. So the Suit of Wands, it deals with the day-to-day matters in life. It has to do with our career. It has to do with creativity, creative projects, endeavors. But it's also, it's passion. It's our passion, our drive, our determination for the thing, those things that we do in life. And, with this being a 10, I mean, this is it's a very heavy burden, right? The 10 of Wands, usually, I mean, he's carrying it, all of these spirals on his back, right? But usually it shows a man and he's carrying 10 wands in his back. And it's taken a long time for him to accumulate that many wands. And maybe it was, it was a little bit easier when he was only carrying 3 or 4 or 5 wands. But by the time you get to 10, that's a heavy load. That's a heavy burden. It would be nice just to be able to stop and put them down, and rest for a while. So it's a card that speaks of, you can see, being at a crossroads in this deck, which is interesting because, being at a crossroad obviously speaks of decisions, needing to make a decision, needing to choose a path. And your major arcana for the spread, it's all about, yes, it's the Lover's card, so it does, it can speak of, that soulmate connection with another individual. But more than that, or in addition to that, it speaks of choices, right? And, head or heart decisions, significant choices. In earlier tarot decks, the Lover's card, it wasn't a choice. It was a choice card, and there would either be a man staring at sort of 2 women that he was choosing between, or a woman staring at 2 men that she had to choose between. So it was a significant card of choice, of needing to choose between 2 things, 2 people, 2 situations, right? So we have this here at the crossroads. So, it's a card that speaks of life-changing choices, decisions. You might be, looking to improve your energy, lighten your load. You might be looking to get to the Ace of Wands, which comes next, and actually set down all of these spirals and, begin a new path, much lighter, feeling unburdened, unloaded, lightening your load here. So it's, and with, if we think about when we come into relationships, all of us bring into the relationship all of these spirals, right? These loads, these burdens from the past. We all come in with baggage from previous relationships. And so it's about, put the past behind you, move forward, pick one of these paths to go down, to begin with the new Ace of Wands. But don't do that while still carrying all of these burdens from the past, right? Leave the past where it needs to be, in the past. Don't look back and begin this new, whatever this new thing is. Now, you have the King of Cups here sitting in the middle. So for some of you, you could be dealing with this King of Mirrors, King of Cups individual. This might be somebody who, either you're currently in a relationship with them, you might be meeting this person, right? Beginning a new relationship with them. Typically, it's an older water sign individual with this card. So Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, male or female, even though he appears as the king in these general readings, they're not gender specific. But, the kings and queens of the tarot, they have really mastered their particular suit. So, as the King of Mirrors or King of Cups, he has really mastered his suit of cups. And the suit of cups deals with, it's the suit of emotions, right? It's the suit of feelings, emotions, relationships. And you can see that he's also on a path. We have this man, and he's sort of, man horse here, this centaur, and he's on the path. We have a man with a horse on a path on this card, right? And he's a very kind individual. He has his emotions, very balanced emotions, right? He's mastered his emotions. So he's good at, he's a very empathetic person, right? He's wise. He's very sort of emotionally balanced. He's good-natured. He's a very caring individual. So if this, you might be dealing with this person. If not, this could just be, you taking on the energy here of this King of Mirrors or King of Cups. And he is, he's on this path. And so sometimes he can help you, by being more compassionate, by being more empathetic, seeing things from the other person's point of view. He can help you navigate, right, through these. You can see there are these rocks, right? So through the rocky terrain here, whatever challenges you might be facing as you begin or as you move down this path. And then again, we come to the Justice cards. I won't repeat the messages. I just talked a lot about the Justice card, but in this particular deck, you can see here that we have the Egyptian goddess Mat on here. And Mat is the goddess of justice, of truth, of order, and is also about, balance, right? She holds creation in balance to prevent going back to, the chaos of the past, the primeval chaos. So she's very much about balance again. And we have this, emotionally balanced person here. We have this talking about a new path, lightening your load, needing to be more empathetic. And then this balance with Mat coming in here. So there could be something where, you're trying to take a more balanced approach. Again, there could be, things going in your favor with the Justice card. Have to also mention that, this could be justice of the peace. So for some of you, this lightening of a load could have something to do with, being at a crossroads. It's beginning that, going full circle, having the Ace of Wands coming in, beginning a brand new cycle, possibly with this water sign individual or somebody who has water in their chart. And there could be marriage. I mean, the Justice card can be going to the justice of the peace, right? Getting married. And then with the Lovers card here, which, obviously does speak of, or can speak of, that deep soulmate connection with another person, right? That sort of past life connection even. It's about unity, oneness, coming together, finding that person that you really feel that, you know, it's that sort of mirror image. It's like you looking in the mirror and seeing yourself. So, you know, things being reflected, which obviously, you know, going back to the, wherever I was talking about empathy, you know, you have to have more self-compassion, you know, in order to be open to another person and accept that person. You first have to accept yourself. So this, you know, this card does speak of, can even be, you know, the union of opposites, right? And needing to accept the person and working, right, on this balance and compassion and empathy and accepting them. So it can have to do with, you know, reconciling conflicting values, beliefs, different worldviews. But, you know, for many of you, I think you could be facing a significant decision. It could be a head or heart decision, could have to do with moving. Maybe this is moving in. This might be, you know, leaving, you know, your own place, moving in together with this person. This could be, you know, taking things from where you are here with the Ten of Spirals to the next level, but needing to leave the past behind in order to do that. Coming together, head or heart decision, you know, going with what your heart tells you here. The Lover's card can also speak of marriage, right? It's the marriage card as well. So for some of you with the Justice and the Lovers, there could be marriage in the cards for you. For others, this could be just, you know, you being on this, embarking upon this new path, and you're finally ready to set down this load of the Ten of Spirals and embark upon this new beginning, this new exciting adventure with this person. And with the Justice card, it's also very, you know, it's a karmic energy, right? Very fated karmic energy. Let's take a look at your Whispers of Love card. And this is card number 43, and it says, love does not give up or lose faith. Love is hopeful and withstands every situation. No matter what is going on, you're being reminded that love can endure all things. Take positive steps to help create the change necessary to get through this. Release your fear and recognize that this love will last. Take a step back so you're more able to remember this truth. Love lasts. Interesting. And that, you know, you have the Lovers, you have love endures, you have this new relationship possibly with the Cups person here. So, you know, there's a lot of love energy, but I do feel that, you know, for some of you, you need to make a decision. You need to leave baggage in the past, whatever that baggage means for you. But overall, it looks like a great rest of the month for you. So I do hope that the messages have helped in some way, Sagittarius. I thank you for joining me today. I look forward to reading for you again, and just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful rest of the month. Bye for now.